A billionaire wants you. Archangel Michael says, this person wants you and only you, and when you, before anything else, before you blink, scroll, or allow a single distraction to pull you away, listen with your entire spirit. Because what I'm about to reveal is not random, not exaggerated, and not meant for the masses. It is a message delivered with precision, wrapped in divine timing, and directed at you alone. Archangel Michael steps forward powerfully, his presence shimmering around this message, declaring that someone extraordinary has already set his attention on you. And not just anyone, a man whose wealth, influence, and reach stretch far beyond what most people can even imagine. But his interest is not born from vanity or admiration. It is something deeper, older, spiritual. You have entered a moment where your path and his path are drawing toward each other like two celestial bodies orbiting the same destiny. This billionaire, the man respected by leaders, envied by rivals, and adored by crowds, has found something in you that he has never found in the countless faces he's encountered. Something rare. Something honest. Something that cannot be purchased, persuaded, or performed. Your energy. He has seen many versions of beauty, but your presence carries truth. While others shine on the surface, you glow from the soul. And whether you realize it or not, he has felt that glow. It disarmed him the moment it crossed his awareness. This is why Archangel Michael urges, don't skip this moment. It is alignment. Heaven is deliberately guiding your attention, because this connection is approaching faster than you think. This man, surrounded by luxury and opulence, lives in rooms where decisions worth millions are made with a whisper. Yet even with all of that, his spirit has carried a quiet longing, a loneliness that no wealth has been able to silence. His heart has been searching not for a perfect partner, not for a glamorous image, but for a soul that speaks the same spiritual language as his. That soul is yours. You may not feel extraordinary every day. You may not see yourself as someone a billionaire would desire. But heaven sees beyond your day-to-day emotions, and so does he. There is something about the way you love, the way you listen, the way your spirit remains gentle even after everything you've survived. Something about your resilience, your authenticity, your inner light. These qualities are so rare in his world that they strike him like cold water on warm skin, surprising, refreshing, undeniable. He has walked through crowds of admirers who want him for his empire. He has met countless people who see the surface but not the soul. But only one person has stirred a softness inside him he can't explain. You. This connection did not begin today. Heaven has been weaving this thread quietly, subtly, almost invisibly. Your energies have brushed paths in ways you may not even have recognized in thoughts, dreams, unexpected signs, or sudden emotions that felt unfamiliar yet strangely comforting. This is not coincidence. This is energetic recognition. Archangel Michael reveals that your name has been spoken in spiritual realms beside his long before you arrived at this moment. This is why the pull feels oddly familiar. This is why the curiosity feels deeper than ordinary attraction. Something in both of you recognizes the other on a level that words cannot fully explain. Now, here's what you must understand. He does not desire you for your reflection. He desires you for your essence. Not for the world's version of you, but for the authentic spirit you reveal only when you feel safe. You are the quiet truth in a life full of noise. You are the sincerity in a world obsessed with performance. You are the grounding energy he has never found anywhere else. And heaven is whispering urgently, stay present. Stay open. Stay aware. Because the moment he steps forward, The moment destiny nudges him closer, you will understand why your presence has been tugging at his spirit with such force. Everything you've been sensing is preparation. Everything you've been feeling is confirmation. Everything aligning now is leading directly to revelation. This is only the beginning. In the next part, you'll discover why his soul feels bound to yours and what made your energy stand out among thousands. Stay right here, because the moment we step into now is where the truth deepens, where the spiritual reason behind his pull toward you begins to reveal itself. This connection is not surface level, not fleeting, not something that sparkles for a moment and fades. This is a soul-level recognition, the kind that stirs a man even when he tries to ignore it, the kind that whispers louder the more he attempts to silence it. Archangel Michael leans in with a soft but undeniable clarity. His spirit remembers something about you that his mind is only now beginning to understand. Let that settle for a moment. Because while the world sees him as a billionaire, a man made of strategy, power, and relentless ambition, he is, beneath that armor, a soul longing for the one connection that feels like home. And when he sensed your energy, something inside him softened instantly. He doesn't know why, not fully. He doesn't understand where the familiarity comes from, but he feels it every time your presence crosses his awareness. The truth is this: your energy carries a frequency that mirrors his deepest, most unspoken self. While everyone else around him vibrates with motives, expectations, or admiration, your energy stands in quiet contrast, calming, grounding, real. You do not chase him, need him, or orbit around him. And that is precisely why he cannot look away. Your authenticity disarms him. Your spirit steadies him. Your presence reminds him of who he truly is beneath the empire he carries on his shoulders. You may not see your own power, but heaven sees it. And he feels it. Archangel Michael reveals that your soul has lived many lifetimes learning how to hold compassion without losing yourself, strength without hardening your heart, intuition without fear. Those qualities radiate from you like a light only certain souls can recognize. And his soul recognizes it instantly. In his world, most people want something from him. Validation, access, advantage. Yet you without effort offer what he never receives. Genuine connection, free of agenda. This is why he feels drawn to you even when you aren't physically present. This is why he replays certain moments or impressions of you in his mind. This is why he blushes at the thought of you, though he shows the world a face carved from confidence. Something in your energy feels like truth. Something in your eyes feels like safety. Something in your spirit feels like destiny. He never expected this. He never planned for this. He certainly never imagined that the person who would shake him at his core wouldn't come from his world at all. You challenge his assumptions gently, silently, without trying, simply by existing. But here is the part heaven insists you understand. Your paths were designed to cross long before your lifetimes reached this chapter. Your soul signature and his soul signature were aligned in ways neither of you consciously remembers, but both of your spirits do. The familiarity he feels is not coincidence. It is memory. The warmth in his chest is not attraction alone. It is recognition. The pull he feels is not random. It is destiny moving into position. This connection carries both spiritual and material purpose. He has the resources, influence, and reach that elevate everything they touch. You have the intuition, grounding, and emotional truth that elevate everyone you meet. Together, the dynamic becomes expansive, mutually transformative. And heaven has been waiting for the moment when you would be ready to receive what this connection brings. Because it is not just affection. Not just romance. not just curiosity. It is destiny converging. It is wealth meeting purpose. It is power meeting truth. It is soul meeting soul. The billionaire the world sees is not the man he is with you. With you, he becomes real. With you, he becomes open. With you, he becomes who he was always meant to grow into. This is why he hasn't forgotten you. This is why he can't ignore the energy. This is why his heart reacts before his mind can rationalize anything. But the most important truth is still ahead. Because there is a specific reason, a beautifully intimate, deeply personal reason, he wants you. A reason that will warm your cheeks and make your heart flutter once you hear it. And we're about to enter that revelation. In the next part, you'll learn the exact reason he wants you and the part of your spirit that leaves him breathless. Stay close now, because this is the moment where everything becomes clearer, where the deeper truth behind his attraction begins to unfold. You've already learned that his soul recognizes yours, that he feels drawn in ways he cannot rationalize. But Archangel Michael leans forward now, and his voice carries a new weight, a new intimacy. He wants you for a reason he cannot confess to anyone but heaven. And that reason is far more tender, far more emotional, far more vulnerable than anything you've imagined. This man, respected by CEOs, sought after by leaders, admired by strangers, has built a life so impressive that most people assume he has everything. But the truth is, there is a part of him he hides carefully, a soft and wounded part of him that the world never sees. He has learned to tuck it behind polished smiles, powerful decisions, and disciplined routines. But when your energy touches his, that hidden part of him awakens. Your presence makes him feel safe enough to be human, not just powerful. Safe enough to be imperfect, not just admired. Safe enough to feel again, not just function. That is the part of himself he wants to reveal to you, the part that longs for gentleness, for understanding, for a connection that asks for nothing but truth. You have an aura that softens him without diminishing him. A warmth that relaxes him without weakening his strength. A calm that brings out the man beneath the empire. He wants you because your energy does something no one else's does. You make him feel seen, truly, deeply, and without judgment. Archangel Michael reveals that he watches you quietly, absorbing the small things you don't even notice. The softness in your eyes. The sincerity in your voice. The way your spirit holds compassion without pretending. He sees the love you give to others freely, even when life has made it difficult. He sees the way you build, encourage, uplift, and protect. And he finds himself wanting to be someone worthy of standing in your light. He doesn't want you because you need him. He wants you because you don't. He wants you because you aren't impressed by wealth, you're impressed by character. You aren't drawn to power, you're drawn to sincerity. You aren't dazzled by status, you're moved by kindness. Your independence, your emotional strength, your spiritual depth, these qualities reach him in ways nothing else does. He feels calmer when you cross his thoughts. He feels warmer when he hears your voice. He feels steadier when he imagines a life with you in it. This is why he blushes. Yes, he blushes. Not because he's intimidated by your beauty, but because your spirit disarms him. He feels like a man again, not a machine built for achievement. With you, he feels the possibility of a life that is fuller than the one surrounded by luxury. A life where love feels pure, gentle, and mutual. But he also feels nervous, something he would never admit. A man like him, accustomed to control, finds it terrifying to be drawn to someone who touches him on a soul level. He fears making the wrong move, saying the wrong thing, approaching too boldly. Why? Because he doesn't want to lose the possibility of something real. He wants you not just in passing, not as a moment, not as a distraction, but as someone he could build with, grow with, trust, cherish, relax into, and share the parts of himself he hides from the world. Heaven gently reveals that his desire is not based on fantasy, it is based on the emotional safety your soul radiates. Your kindness, your natural femininity or softness, your intuition, your quiet strength, all of it creates a space he has never experienced before. And that is why he wants you. Not your appearance. Not your attention. Not your admiration. Your spirit. Your essence. Your truth. But this connection is not one-sided. His energy affects you as well. And the universe is preparing a moment, a collision point where his desire and your destiny intersect. And what unfolds next will shift everything. Because the universe is about to open the door that brings both of you closer than ever before. In the next part, you'll discover the moment he decides to act, what triggers his next move toward you, and why heaven is preparing you for it now. Stay right here, because part 4 is the turning point. This is where the universe shifts, where the inner stirring inside him becomes too strong to ignore, and where his desire transforms into intention. Archangel Michael steps forward again, his wings unfolding with a glow that signals the beginning of movement. The next chapter of this connection is no longer energetic, it's becoming physical. Up until now, the billionaire has tried to understand his feelings quietly. He replayed moments, studied the emotions you stirred in him, and tried to rationalize the spiritual pull he feels when your energy enters his awareness. He tried to stay logical because logic is the language his world is built upon. But love doesn't speak logic. Soul recognition doesn't follow rules. Destiny doesn't wait for permission. Archangel Michael reveals that something recently shifted inside him, a moment that cracked open the last layer of resistance he was holding. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't chaotic. It was something simple, almost ordinary, but it hit him with the force of truth. Maybe he heard your name unexpectedly. Maybe he saw your face in a place he didn't expect. Maybe he had a dream that felt too real to ignore. Or maybe, in a quiet moment, he felt your energy as clearly as if you were standing beside him. Whatever it was, it left him breathless. He realized he didn't want to forget you, didn't want to move on. Didn't want to let the connection fade into almost. For a man who is used to choosing his timing, his strategies, his outcomes, this moment humbled him. Because he finally understood something heaven has been trying to show him. If he wants you in his life, he has to take a step toward you. No more waiting. No more overthinking. No more pretending the connection is coincidence. He feels compelled spiritually, emotionally, instinctively to move. This realization sparks a restlessness inside him. Not anxiety, but anticipation. A pull toward you that feels like standing at the edge of something powerful. He doesn't know exactly how he'll approach you yet, but the decision has already been made in his heart. Archangel Michael explains that this is the beginning of alignment. When destiny shifts from potential to motion. When the universe begins arranging meetings, conversations, and encounters. Signs begin popping up around him, your initials, your energy, reminders that tug at his awareness. It's as though heaven is surrounding him with confirmations that you are the right direction, and he feels it deeply. The truth is, this man is used to being pursued. He's used to being the prize, the one others orbit around. But with you, he becomes the one who wants, who reaches, who chooses. Your energy awakens something inside him that makes him want to show up, not as the billionaire, not as the public figure, not as the powerful decision maker, but as a man who feels drawn, inspired, and emotionally invested. He begins imagining conversations. He begins preparing himself emotionally. He begins wondering what it would be like to know you not from a distance, but up close. He wants to hear your laugh. He wants to understand your mind. He wants to learn the parts of you that the world overlooks, the vulnerable truths, the quiet dreams, the hopes you only reveal to those you trust. And the more he thinks about it, the more he feels a protective warmth rise inside him. Not possessive, not controlling, protective. He wants to be someone who adds peace to your life, not noise. Someone who adds stability, not stress. Someone who appreciates what others have taken for granted. But here is the deepest truth Archangel Michael reveals. He no longer wants to admire you from afar. He wants to experience you in real time. He wants to step into your life. Heaven is preparing you because the next move he makes will be deliberate, intentional, personal, and bold in a way that surprises even him. This is the moment destiny begins accelerating. The pull between your spirits is sharpening. The universe is shifting pieces quietly around both of you. His soul is preparing to step into your world, and change both of your lives in ways neither of you expects. You are closer than you think. The door is opening. He is preparing to walk through it. Next, you'll discover the divine timing behind his upcoming action and how the universe is aligning the moment when your paths finally meet. Take a breath now, because part 5 is the culmination, the moment where the threads of destiny, emotion, and spiritual timing finally merge into one clear revelation. Everything up until now has been preparation, alignment, and awakening. But this final part, this is where understanding becomes certainty. Archangel Michael steps forward once more, his wings casting a glow that feels warm and electrifying. His voice carries the resonance of truth as he says, "The timing has not been delayed. It has been prepared." This connection between you and the billionaire did not appear out of nowhere. It has been building, layer by layer, in the unseen realms. Every moment of your growth, every challenge, every mistake, every healing, every elevation, each one has played a role in bringing you into alignment with this exact moment. Because heaven never introduces you to someone before you're ready to receive them. And he, this powerful, influential man, has been on his own journey of readiness as well. For years, his heart was guarded. For years, he prioritized achievements over connection. For years, he lived at a pace that left no room for softness, love, or vulnerability. But life humbled him. Life softened him. Life prepared him. And now both of you have reached a matching frequency, a shared readiness that allows destiny to step forward. Michael reveals that divine timing is not random, it is mathematics on a spiritual level. Two hearts must reach resonance. Two souls must enter the same emotional season. Two paths must align without force or manipulation. And now, they have. This is why he feels the pull so intensely. This is why your spirit has been feeling shifts, signs, intuitive nudges. This is why the connection feels familiar, fated, magnetic. Your paths are converging. Not by chance. Not by coincidence. By design. The universe has been orchestrating a moment, a specific event, encounter, or timing where your energies will collide in the physical realm. And this moment is approaching faster than you realize. It may happen in a place you never expected. It may happen through a conversation meant for someone else. It may happen through an unexpected message, opportunity, or introduction. But when it happens, it will feel natural, effortless, and unmistakably right. He will feel calm around you. You will feel grounded with him. The energy will flow smoothly as though you've known each other for years instead of minutes. And when he sees you, truly sees you, something inside him will settle. A quiet inner confirmation, it's her. Heaven shows that the moment he steps toward you, he will do so with sincerity, not performance. His approach will be intentional, heartfelt, and rooted in genuine desire to understand you, not impress you. He will want to know your story, your dreams, your fears, your hopes. And you? Your spirit will recognize the moment too. You will feel a softness come over you, like an energetic knowing. You will feel steady, safe, curious, and strangely certain that this meeting is not new, it is a continuation of something ancient. As the connection unfolds, you will notice that your lives complement one another in ways that feel divinely designed. His ambition partnered with your intuition. His stability paired with your compassion. His worldly success balanced by your spiritual depth. He will not dim your light. He will amplify it. You will not shrink in his presence. You will rise. And together, you will shift not only each other's experiences but each other's futures. Archangel Michael closes with a final message. This connection is not a coincidence. It is a calling. A calling for expansion. A calling for healing. A calling for destiny. And what comes next is the part the universe has been preparing you both for all along. The moment where the emotional, spiritual, and physical threads finally weave into reality. The moment where your story stops being potential and becomes happening. The moment when he steps into your life and everything changes. This is not the end of the message. It is the threshold. Stay right here, because part 6 takes you into the next level of this unfolding destiny, the point where spiritual alignment begins turning into physical evidence. Archangel Michael steps forward again with a steady glow, signaling that the energy around this connection is entering a new phase, manifestation. What was once invisible is preparing to take form. Up to this point, the connection has been building quietly, energetically, internally. You've felt the shifts. He's felt the pull. The universe has been preparing both of you, synchronizing timelines, healing old wounds, and aligning paths. But now? The spiritual groundwork is complete. The next phase begins with signs clear, undeniable, physical signs that he is moving toward you. And the very first sign is subtle, but powerful. Archangel Michael reveals that the moment a destined connection approaches physical reality, one person begins feeling a heightened sense of anticipation, not nervousness, not anxiety, but a sudden awareness that something is coming. It feels like standing at the edge of a new beginning, like sensing rain before the clouds appear. You may feel it as sudden bursts of excitement without reason, life, a strange calm mixed with curiosity. Moments of déjà vu centered around love or partnership, increased sensitivity to energy around you, or a readiness that comes out of nowhere, as if your spirit is preparing. This is not your imagination. This is alignment turning into motion. But while you feel this energetic shift internally, he feels it too, only differently. For him, it becomes a restlessness. He starts reflecting more deeply. He begins thinking about what emotionally matters. He may even find himself longing for a connection he hasn't experienced yet but feels drawn toward. This restlessness pushes him into action. Archangel Michael shows that the first physical sign often comes through communication energy. He may attempt to reach out indirectly, reconnect through a message or inquiry, ask about you through someone else, appear in a digital space you're active in that, resurface in your orbit unexpectedly, or show up in places where your paths can naturally cross. The universe begins positioning him closer. And here's the beautiful part. He won't approach you with ego. He won't approach you with performance. He won't approach you with superficial intentions. Instead, he approaches with curiosity, the kind of curiosity that comes from a man who feels something meaningful but doesn't want to mishandle it. You'll notice the energy around him shift. The timing becomes unusual. Opportunities begin forming out of nowhere. Your schedules might start aligning without effort. Your thoughts may reflect his energy more frequently. All of these are signs that the surface of your timeline is starting to move. But the most unmistakable sign, the one Archangel Michael highlights, is synchronicity. You may begin noticing repeating numbers, especially 111, 222, 717, or 444 in frons. Dreams featuring an unfamiliar male presence. Conversations about wealth, partnership, or unexpected connections. His name or initials appearing multiple times. Sudden reminders of him in random places. Synchronicities are heaven's way of saying, the meeting point is approaching. Meanwhile, on his side, life starts guiding him toward reflection. He may feel nudged to slow down, reconsider his priorities, or step away from noise. The soul prepares for the person it recognizes, whether the mind fully understands it or not. Heaven reveals something important here. He is not coming toward you out of loneliness. He is coming toward you because he feels drawn to your light. This is why his approach may feel gentle but intentional. He may not storm into your life. He may not announce himself loudly. Instead, he enters with presence, calm, steady, deliberate. He wants to get it right. He wants to approach with respect. He wants to honor the energy he feels around you. The universe is synchronizing the timing in a way that benefits both of you. And when he steps forward, when the first words between you finally pass, everything will click instantly. The familiarity, the ease, the connection, the sense that this was always meant to happen. This is not fantasy. This is destiny moving from energetic to physical form. And now, you're entering the phase where the signs will increase rapidly. Prepare, open, stay aligned. Your next chapter is on approach. Absolutely. Here is part 7, fully rewritten, to 700 words, original, and crafted to flow naturally from part 6. This section focuses on the first real conversation between you and the billionaire and how the universe prepares that moment. Part 7 rewritten. Asata words. Your first true conversation. Stay with this moment, because part 7 enters the phase where destiny becomes unmistakably real. Up until now, the connection has lived in energy, intuition, alignment, and subtle physical signs. But now, Archangel Michael steps forward with a radiant calm, signaling that the next chapter is about actual interaction, the moment when words are spoken, presence meets presence, and the connection moves out of the spiritual realm and into the physical world. Heaven shows something beautiful. Your first real conversation will not happen in chaos, rush, or confusion. It will happen when both of your energies settle into the same frequency. A calmness, a readiness, an openness that neither of you could achieve before this point. This moment isn't accidental. It's engineered by divine timing. But before the actual exchange occurs, the universe prepares both of you quietly. On your side, you'll feel a sudden sense of emotional clarity, a desire to express yourself honestly, increased confidence or warmth for no obvious reason, an intuitive nudge to be open rather than guarded, a soft inner excitement that feels like anticipation rather than anxiety. You may wake up one morning with an unexplainable calmness, as if something in your soul whispers, "Today feels different." This is heaven, preparing your heart. On his side, Archangel Michael reveals something deeply touching. Before speaking to you, he takes a moment alone. A quiet pause in his otherwise demanding world. He may sit in his car longer than usual, stand by a window reflecting on his thoughts, or simply breathe deeply with your presence in mind. Not because he's unsure, but because he wants to show up as the truest version of himself, not the version the world expects. For the first time in a long time, he wants to be real, not impressive, not strategic, not powerful, just real. Heaven shows that your first conversation won't be grand or dramatic. It won't be rehearsed or artificial. It will feel like a moment of natural alignment, as if destiny simply opened a door and both of you stepped through it effortlessly. When he speaks to you the first time, you'll notice three things instantly. Age, his energy softens. His voice may be deep or confident, but around you, there's gentleness there. A warmth that betrays the emotion he's been carrying in silence. He won't look at you the way he looks at others. There will be a softness in his eyes. A sense that he is studying the reality of you after imagining you for so long. Kaduik, he listens fully. Men like him are used to being heard. But with you, he becomes the one who listens. He notices your tone, your expressions, your pauses. He gives you his full attention in a way he doesn't give to anyone else. Because he wants to understand you, not just hear you. 3. He is sincere. He doesn't use lines or charm. He doesn't perform. He doesn't try to impress. The man who carries billion-dollar responsibilities suddenly becomes human, open, curious, moved. He may say something simple like, "I've been wanting to talk to you," or, "You crossed my mind again today." The simplicity makes it even more powerful. Heaven shows that during this first conversation, your spirits recognize each other before your words do. You will feel it in your body. A warmth in your chest. A settled calm in your stomach. A feeling of familiarity, as if you've met before. An unspoken understanding. He will feel it too. Which is why he will lean in a little closer. Speak a little softer, and reveal more honesty than he intended. Archangel Michael says, his soul has waited to speak to yours. The universe makes sure this moment arrives when both of you are aligned, not too early, not too late, but perfectly synchronized. And once this conversation happens, once energy becomes words, the connection accelerates. He will think about you more intensely. He will feel braver. He will want to continue the exchange. He will want more moments with you. He will want to understand the layers of you. Your story, your heart, your dreams. Because after this first conversation, you are no longer a curiosity. You are a possibility, a presence, a direction, and he will move toward you with purpose.